wrestling fans. This is Josh Gerry. I'm the General Manager for USIWF Pro Wrestling, and this is USIWF Pro Wrestling Tonight. Unless you're watching it in the day, then it kind of becomes today, but ABC or CBS has already taken that. Anyway, so first episode was great. Had Thomas Walker on there. Had some other my trainees on there. Told you about some of the exciting things that we were doing. Well, guess what? The secret show has happened. It is in the books. All said and done. Links are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all that good stuff. Definitely proud of the guys and what they've accomplished so far. If you haven't, go and check it out. The secret show from June 14th right here at our training center was a resounding success. And so it's kind of got us excited. So I wanted to be the first to let you know that we've got some exciting things coming on the USIWF YouTube page and the website at usiwf.com. We're going to start providing monthly or maybe even weekly episodic content. Yes, what we're going to do is once a month we're going to have Warehouse Wars, which basically means these trainees are going to be able to go at it, call out whoever they want to wrestle, beef with whoever they want to wrestle, and we're going to film it and put it out there for you guys to watch. And then maybe we'll mix it up every once in a while. Maybe in August, we're looking at doing another live event. The secret show was such a success. I heard nothing but good things from the friends and family of our pro wrestling trainees that we're going to start trying to do at least 3 or 4 of those a year. And the first one is going to be in August. Date has not been determined, but it will be our yearly The House That Rock Built memorial show for Rock Roberts, one of the founders for the USIWF Pro Wrestling Company and Training Center. So exciting stuff. Our first Warehouse War in July. It's going to be a big month. So to talk about the secret show and to talk about the episodic content that we've got coming up, I've got a special guest. Now, it took a little bit of caviar. It took a little bit of promises, and I promised to rent him a Rolls Royce just because he liked the name of the car. That's right, Royce Daniels. Let me go grab him. Whew! Okay, so that bar bill is just going to be insane. But anyway, I drug him away. I got him over here to interview him. Royce Daniels, how you doing today, bud?
I'm great.
Born better. Smug son of a bitch. So, secret show is in the books, and Royce Daniels here actually made his pro wrestling debut in front of his friends and his family. I think a majority of the audience at our secret show was there to see you, which was awesome, because as soon as you came through the curtain, like, this place exploded. I mean, the roof is a good 15, 20 feet above us, and I think it went even higher. But he made his debut, and we had a couple of promoters from some other promotions here watching. He hadn't even started his match yet, and they were back there telling me, we want this guy. And so they've been in touch with you, right? So tell us a little bit about that.
It's been an awesome experience. Right off the bat, I had promoters, add me on Facebook. I had them, ask for my phone number so they could talk to me, talking about how with a little more training, come around August or September, I could be in some shows for them. They're talking about doing a show that's right near my house for a cancer benefit show. And,
nice.
I'm better, but I'm humbled. But I'm very humbled by it. I love this business, and it's awesome.
Awesome. And one of the ways that Royce was able to get that exposure is some of those promoters I've worked with in the past. And so, the aura or the reputation of me and the center has kind of gotten out there, and so guys like Royce are able to get a little bit more of this exposure. And with the episodic content that we've got coming out, they'll be able to show people their individuality, their creativity, their personality, things like that. They'll be able to see that these guys kind of know what they're doing because they've been taught by a guy that kind of knows what he's doing. Some dude in a mask from South Carolina, I don't know, but anyway, they come in, they learn, and Royce is one of my guys that's here pretty much whenever he can be. Developing his in-ring stuff, so he's been doing well. And just kind of tell us a little bit about some of the things you've learned, some of your favorite experiences, some of your less than favorite experiences, if you want to kind of put that out there. Just kind of give these guys a little bit idea of what Royce Daniels is when he comes to training.
I mean, when I'm here, I feel like a totally different person. It is absolutely unreal to be here. Just developing from scratch. I trained years ago, and just coming back here has been absolutely awesome. I come in, some of my greatest experience, I guess, when I realized that I had that Royal Bridge move, and I locked it in on quite a few people, and got good feedback from that. last one great experiences is when Mr. Amazing kicked me in the ribs, and I
put you out for a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, I was going home hurting that night, hollering a little more than I like to admit.
Okay, so with that in mind, when we start doing this episodic content and we start being able to call out whoever we want, and we're doing interviews and we're doing matches and things like that, is Mr. Amazing Michael Spencer maybe on the immediate radar for Royce Daniels?
Oh, Mr. Amazing is going to get a piece of Royce Daniels.
Oh,
absolutely.
Man. I know Mr. Amazing is watching this, and to be honest, that's going to be a tough one. So we'll have to see. July is our first Warehouse War event. Like I said, August, we'll be getting that date out there. We'll be able to see Royce Daniels live, possibly, against an opponent to be determined. Don't know. But Royce, thank you for coming out and talking with us. I'll let you go back to the bar, but the rest of the tab is on you. My card's maxed. I can't do that.
Of course it is.
Yeah. So, of course, at the USIWF Pro Wrestling Training Facility here in Kernersville, North Carolina, we train all walks of life. No matter what your height, no matter what your weight, no matter your size, your ethnicity, your religious background, it does not matter. If you have a love and a passion for professional wrestling, this is the place to be. I'd put up my training regimen against pretty much anybody out there, and there's a lot of good ones out there. Everybody talks about the list and respect and everything that you need to know. Well, you can definitely learn all of that here. And I bring in those special opportunities where if I can't teach it, or you think, oh, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, July 12th, I've got TNA Impact Wrestling superstar Gunner coming in here to throw some greenies around, do some suplexes, and kind of show these guys some of the things that he's learned, some tips and tricks as well. So there's some validity. Known Gunner for a while, asked him if he'd come in and show some of these guys some stuff. He said, hey, no problem. July 12th from 1 to 4, TNA Impact Wrestling's Gunner will be here. All the information is on the website, USIWF.com. Go ahead and reserve your spot. Go ahead and pay the money. That's the only way to reserve your spot. There may be limited seats. If I have a flood of people wanting to come to this thing, I may have to cut it off after about 20 people say, you can't come. So go ahead and get your money in now. And so, speaking of opportunities to give to people, there's a lot of people that like professional wrestling. Guys are not the only ones, okay? Women are a big part of professional wrestling. Some people don't like women. Some people love women. Some people like women but don't want to see them wrestle. And that's fine. Women want the opportunity to showcase their talents just as much as the guys. And we here at USIWF are no different. We actually have our own women's division. Yes, that's right. We have 3 women training here with us currently. And so various shapes and sizes and walks of life here. And they mix it up with the dudes. Okay? You're going to be in here. You're going to be tough. We're not going to pansy around and everybody wear pink and, we barely touch each other. No, this is wrestling. It's a full contact sport. And so what I've done is I've invited one of those lovely young ladies to come down here and speak with me for a couple of minutes so that you can kind of see I'm not just BSing. There are women here. Now I know there's probably some guys watching this going, hey, I might want to go down there and train to be a wrestler. I get to roll around with some women. It's all business. Trust me. So let me go get her. Yeah, she's beating up one of my guy trainees right now. Hang on. All right, so I finally wrangled her out of the ring. She was beating up some of my guys. I had to pull her away. Everybody, this is Madisyn. Madisyn has just recently started training with us here, probably past couple weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. And she's already taken to it like a duck to water. Like she's in there doing moves that some of these guys can't quite master after about 2 months. And so she's really come into her own. So Madisyn, kind of tell us a little bit about your experience here at the training facility and what you've learned and what you've enjoyed and what you don't like. And, is your trainer, is he kind of an asshole?
No.
Okay.
I really like it here, and I like getting able to go up against guys because they're not afraid to get down and dirty. And I'm not afraid to beat them up, and they're not afraid to give it back to me.
All right.
And our trainer is not a bad person. He's very nice, and he actually helps a lot. And
Okay.
obviously he has a reputation. He's got Royce already booked. So I really like it here. And if people aren't here, then they're dumb.
That's it. I need to start putting that on advertising. If you're not here, you're dumb. And then I got to make sure I put Madisyn's name under it so they'll know that it was you that said it.
Madisyn
With a Y and an I. We'll put that down at the bottom. We'll spell it out for you guys at home so that you know when you got to start Google searching for her that you know how to spell it right, so you don't pull up some other Madisyn, because there are a couple of them in wrestling, TNA.
But
So,
not me.
That's right. That's right. So Madisyn here is going to be training with us, of course. Obviously, you'll start to see her in some of our episodic content, some of our interviews, and some of our ring work and things like that. Like I said, I've got a women's division. And so she's already got some people that have had some prior training before they came to us. So she's kind of a little bit of the underdog, but that's kind of like a spot that you kind of like, right? To show people, hey, don't underestimate me, right?
5 feet tall and ready to kick your butt.
Firecracker. Firecracker, let me tell you that. So keep an eye out on this young lady, Madisyn, here at the USIWF Pro Wrestling Training Facility. Some big things coming. And, hey, go ahead and say it. She's a hottie, right? Why would you not want to watch her wrestle, right? All right, so there you go. This episode of USIWF Pro Wrestling Tonight, we had Royce Daniels, Madisyn, plus we also broke the news that there was going to be new episodic content coming at least monthly, if not weekly, from here, where you'll be able to catch up with all your trainees, all your wrestling superstars from the North Carolina independent wrestling circuit. It's a lot of stuff coming, so definitely be prepared. These guys are having a good time. We need to go ahead and cut this out so I can go ahead and throw them around a little bit and beat them up and get them sweating and stuff, because it's 95-degree weather. If you ain't training, what are you doing, right? You got to sweat to train, so we need to go ahead and get that doing. So we're going to go ahead and cut it out tonight, and we appreciate you guys watching. Wrestling!